All right. Now we're going to talk about how to use the patient portal app. So this is a test patient account that I've created. So there's nobody's information that's being shared. And this is the screen that you're going to see. It looks very similar on the computer, but I'm on an iPad right now. So this is similar to what you're going to see on your phone. Now, while it looks like there are a lot of things here, we're not using a lot of the functionality in the beginning. And so at the top here where it says upcoming sessions right at the top of the screen, those are all the sessions that I have booked. And so I've added my test patient to the current Kickstart that I'm running, and you'll notice it starts at 10 a.m. every Sunday. So those appointments are all listed there. Next, it's going to have any pending forms that have been requested. And before your first appointment, it's really important that you complete the new patient intake. So if you do it the night before, it gives me time to review it. But I know that some people are rushed with time. It's just if you do it that day, sometimes it's really hard to have time to review it in the clinic, depending on when you complete it. The next thing you're going to see here are pending tasks. And these tasks are goals that we've put together as a team that are kind of just reminders to you. So this one says, schedule a virtual visit. And I'm not able to schedule through here. This is just a task. It's just a reminder. And so when I do my scheduling, I can hit this complete button right there and it will go away. So to get back to the main screen, I'm going to click the Practice Better icon in the upper left-hand corner. All right, so those are my tasks. And then you are going to see that you have programs, if you're part of any of the Kickstarts. And then the last container box on the bottom is going to be protocols, which are thought of as kind of like worksheets. They are information about what we're working on, and sometimes there are recipes that we can find there. So we're going to explore that next. So we went through all of these different boxes, but you'll notice that there are options across the top and there are options across the left-hand side. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to say, oh, Jess, I'm overwhelmed by the patient portal. Let me send you a message. So in the bottom right-hand portion, there is a chat box. I'm going to click onto my provider, and because it's me, and I'm going to type a sample message right here. Oh, I didn't even spell that right. That is too funny. All right, sample it is. And I will hit the blue arrow to send it. Now, whenever you are using the messenger, these need to be non-urgent messages. So if you need something right away, you need to call the clinic, and the number is 207-200-7319, and it's available on the website. But if there was ever something that you needed right away, you need to call me there. Messages are HIPAA secure, so you can share health information on here. When I'm done with this, I am going to, again, hit that Practice Better logo, and it's going to bring me back to the main screen. So I've already gone through how to message me, okay? But say I want to request an appointment. There are two ways to do that. You see a pink, or it kind of looks pink, maybe it's orange. The colorful boxes at the top of the screen, the one on the left says request a session. Now, you can click there, or you can click this red plus sign here. And again, it's going to give you that same text, request a session, and I'm going to click that. Now, when you start your first 3 months at Lifestyle Medicine Maine, you will always have a package that will have that you are booking under. And so I'm going to select what's ever there. And right now it says Lifestyle Medicine Maine membership monthly. And so I'm going to click that, and it's going to give me options for what I'm looking to schedule. So maybe I just want a blood draw. That's going to be about 20 minutes. So I can schedule that in the clinic. Maybe I want to just do a quick weigh-in at the clinic, so I just want to come in and hop on the scale, maybe get a set of vital signs. That is an option. And then these lifestyle medicine Maine appointments are all scheduled for 45 minutes. And so I'm going to click that because I want to set up an appointment. And when you are new, I do want to do a physical assessment on everyone and just make sure that there's nothing that we need to worry about. And so I recommend our initial assessment be in person. And we can also do labs at that visit. And so my inpatient appointments at the moment are on Tuesdays in the clinic. And so I'm going to select a Tuesday here. I'm going to take a time, and you'll notice that they're listed on the hour. So I'm going to pick my 2 p.m. here. I'm going to go next. It's going to give me all the details, and I will get an email with this information. And so next I would hit confirm and book. So I will book my test patient. I will go back and delete it later. So say I book that and I said, oh no, wrong day, wrong time. And I can see that I've auto confirmed it, right? So say I decide, oh no, that's not when I want to do it. I can hit cancel this request. So you can see your bookings here. And that bookings is the same as if I go back to the home screen along the bottom, I can go right back to bookings and see the different appointments that I've made. And yes, I did cancel that. Ha, it did go through. All right. So I'm going to go back to the home screen here. And again, you can select that box at the upper portion of the screen, hit request a session. What do we not want to do? So if we book another service, it's going to bring me to other paid services. And so these other paid services right here are all going to be listed. And maybe I want an at-home blood draw. Maybe I don't want to come into the clinic and I'm just too busy, and I want, I live within 30 minutes of Portland, and I want, to have my blood drawn in my home. So I can select book now. But the difference is that these are paid appointments. And so you will be asked to pay for them, when you're scheduling. So that's why you always want to, when I request a session, go through the package that is already listed. Okay. So that is how to book and how to message me. The other thing that we are going to go through are our protocols. So in the left-hand corner of the screen, there is a button that says protocols. I'm going to click that. And it's going to bring me to basically like all of my informational cards that I have through Lifestyle Medicine Maine. And so let's look at how to eat your veggies. This is a fun one. So this is basically going to go through when I'm focusing on adding vegetables to our plate, what I want it to look like. But this is also where I'm going to find recipes that I've attached. So here is a recipe box that I can scroll through and say that I want to make a tofu scramble with lentil and spinach. That one sounds good. I'm going to click on that, and you'll notice that I now have the recipe, how to do it, and what the ingredients are. And I can change the amount of servings on here. So I can dial up how many I want to make. So with tofu dishes, I tend to make them that day for the two of us. Tofu can last in the fridge, but it does get a little bit watery. It does separate a little bit. So I generally make it for me and my husband, when I'm cooking all at once. And then you're going to have the information on the nutrition here. So most of my meals in here, and this isn't for all of them, but most of them we're aiming for around 500 calories, because that's going to get us in a good weight loss range for a lot of us. And your range could be different, but you're going to see there how many calories this one single serving would be. So when I make this, I'm going to have two servings based on my ingredients here of 462 calories. All right, so say I don't want to make that. I want to go back, so I'm going to click back into my recipes here, and I'm going to find a new one that I want to make. I can also go all the way back and list them like that. So that is the protocols, and you'll see, I'm just going to hit the back button here, that when we work together, you are generally going to see that we add protocols and the old ones don't disappear. And so this is where you find them. And I wish there was an easy button to get there that was bright on the home screen, but you just have to remember it on the left, that these are protocols and that's how you click into them. I'm always going to hit the practice better button at the end. So really what we're using this app for is for secure chat between you and me, and for booking appointments, and for reviewing protocols. Now, if you are part of one of the 12-week Kickstart groups, I'm going to click in here. And when you click into a program, you're going to notice that it unlocks from week to week. And so you can always go back to these modules. I'm not going to open this module because it's a part of the current group, and I don't want to share all of the information. But every module has a recording. So when we meet, we video record. So if you ever miss a meeting, you can go back and re-watch it. And that always gets uploaded at the very end of the screen if you just scroll all the way through. And then the other thing you're going to notice on the left-hand side here is a chat box. Now, the chat box on the left-hand side here is a group chat. And I think people always worry when they're entering a chat that when they type something, if they type it wrong or they're not happy with it, that they can't delete it, but that's not the case. So if you enter something in the chat and then you need to change it, you absolutely can. But that's where we do our group chat, and then you can see the upcoming sessions and the details for all of them. So that's really what we're using with this app right now. So it looks like a lot, but really it gets much easier as you get more comfortable using it. And it doesn't look very different from the computer compared to when you do it on your phone or your iPad. So if you have any questions or you're getting stuck, we can go through this together. So just message me and let me know, or we can do it virtually.